I've located the second lander. Our people are still on this planet.
Ah, very good. I was afraid they might try to fly off, which wouldn't be the best idea given the loss of communication with Dragonfly.
Sir, something's wrong.
What is it?
The hatch is half open. Did they report hydraulics failure?
How should I know? You were the last person in contact with the crew, Doctor.
Right. I'm inside.
And? How is it?
Even if they wanted to, they couldn't go back to Dragonfly. Their lander looks damaged, to put it mildly. Or more accurately, it seems like a storm has passed through it.
Understood. I mean, I don't understand how it happened. But that means...
Hopper is the only vehicle that can take us home. Affirmative.
Right. Well, then we can't afford another mistake. I'm taking the lander into orbit. I'll send it directly to the camp as soon as we find a suitable landing zone.
Astrogator, I don't know what we expected. Coming here at the end of our expedition. The equipment is barely working. If it works at all. And you, sir. You barely escaped alive. Okay, I admit that we have a very successful campaign behind us. But I feel like we've used up all our luck. And now, we're asking for trouble. It's just one planet too many for us.
Which doesn't change the fact we're here. Let's focus on completing this mission. There won't be another.
It better be that way. We have the right to come home at last.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with such a law. But there is one thing I can refer to when we find ourselves in a difficult situation. If the continuation of the mission endangers the lives of the crew, the provisions of the imprimis homini law apply. First and foremost, the safety of people is what matters.
The situation is bad, Astrogator. Though it wasn't much better at the beginning of the mission. Whoever sent us here didn't care about our safety at all.
Enough! Please don't put me in an even more difficult position. Rejecting a new mission and questioning the validity of the current one are two different issues. And you're one step away from disciplinary action, Doctor.
Copy that. Over and out. You were right, Cobble. It's beautiful here.
Status? What's new?
Well, nothing really. At least not in the last 5 seconds, sir.
Right. Thank you.
I have an object in sight. This is where they searched the ocean's biocenosis.
Meaning... oh, where they caught that fish, right?
Yeah. They stopped here first, then walked along the coastline northward.
Correct. But I think you might consider taking a shortcut towards the east, straight to the camp.
Copy that. Heading east. Stop for a break.
How do you know? Are there any signs of the crew?
Some slob left litter here. Had no respect for an alien ecosystem at all.
What kind of litter?
Cigarette butt, a crumpled pack.
So, taking off the helmet for no good reason. Risk of igniting a dusty atmosphere. Irresponsible spreading of DNA. Compared to this, the damage of an already extinct ecosystem is basically a negligible issue.
Regis 3 is an alien planet, Astrogator. Extinct or not. We shouldn't act like we own the place. Because of this kind of attitude, the Anthropocene will become the fate of every planet we step foot on.
Aren't you exaggerating, Doctor? I probably sound like a simple soldier, but I believe that if something is already dead, it can't be harmed, let alone killed.
That's quite right. In the biological sense. But you never know what you'll face on a mission. Will our knowledge prove sufficient to comprehend what's alien to us? Or will we ever begin to understand it all? We could even accidentally kill it.
Sounds like quite a far-reaching assumption, especially considering that we're talking about a harmless fag end at the far end of the known universe.
Right. Got a bit carried away. But still, we shouldn't behave recklessly on the mission.
On that we can agree, Doctor. Completely.
Please confirm that I'm on the correct route.
Yes, I confirm. This rate will reach the camp within an hour. Yes, no? Everything's all right?
Yes. I just need a moment to think.
As soon as you find something...
I'll report it. No worries, sir. Found a convenient passage.
Excellent. Please speed ahead. We still have a long way to go.
Well then, you should save your breath, Astrogator. What is this? Astrogator, I found a peculiar inorganic structure. It looks like some spiky metal growths.
Artificial plants? Is spontaneous growth possible with this type of structure?
I've never seen anything like this. I wish I had time to run some tests.
When the situation is stabilized, we will take samples. I promise.
I feel nauseous. Suddenly. That's not it. I feel darkness. Hang on. This mission drags on so much. Sometimes I think you're going to take off without me, sir.
Don't count on it, Doctor. I'm not going anywhere.
My legs feel really heavy.
Give yourself a moment to rest, Doctor. You certainly deserve it.
Are you there? Over. I guess that's a no. What's going on, sir? Astrogator?
Dr. Yasna. I tried to resuscitate him, but...
No, please. Koval?
Dr. Krauter.
How? There was nothing wrong with him.
Hypovolemic shock. He bled out during the flight.
I still don't understand. He wasn't hurt.
His injuries must have occurred later. I found him like this when I entered Hopper.
I'm sorry. It's on me. It's my fault.
No, Doctor. As Commander, I take full responsibility.
But it was me that left him.
On my order. You're too hard on yourself, as usual.
If only I...
Stop it, really. Please, stop. If is a very cruel word. You don't deserve its torment.
I confirm, Gorsky was here. His rope is still hanging from the slope.
That's a good sign. Since he left it, he intends to come back this way.
But why hasn't he yet? Guess I know where Gorsky was going. Going down after him. Tell me one thing, sir. What did you do with Krauter's body?
I placed him in a cryo chamber.
Are you going to use a grave tapper?
Yes, I'm considering that as a possibility. What is your opinion? Should we look into their heads?
The more we learn, the better.
Just a report.
One sec. Oh, I'm at the end of the rope.
Isn't that good?
Not at all.
What do you mean?
I'm stuck. I'm hanging with all my weight on the rope, away from the wall. There's still a fair few meters left to the ground.
Can you go back?
Using just my hands, strapped with all this extra weight? No, not a chance.
What if you sway?
No good. I can't reach anything.
Any other ideas?
I can just jump off.
Is that safe?
A substantial fall on unsteady ground. This is hardly a maneuver that I would describe as safe.
So let's take a moment to analyze the situation.
I'm thinking, if Gorsky went down this way and didn't break anything...
Yeah, we don't know that, Yasna. He could keep going even with injuries.
All right, so do you have another idea? Oh, will I be hanging like this until the end of time itself?
There is a certain possibility, or rather uncertain, but maybe it's worth trying.
I'm listening.
Can you see the probe?
Yes. It's flying near me.
Good. If I instructed it to fly as close as possible to you, you could grab onto it.
You sure it will hold me?
That I cannot guarantee.
All right, let's give it a try.
I'm entering the instruction. You must guide me.
1 meter forward. It's still too far.
I'll try 1 more meter then.
You could say so. I fell from a lower height. It was a soft landing, though.
We had our last contact with Regis a few minutes after noon. Even then, Dr. Gorsky was walking alone.
Damn. This place is amazing. It's all made up of these structures. Except they don't look like creations of nature anymore.
Maybe that's why Dr. Gorsky, not to mention the Alliance.
Well, if we're looking for something on this planet, this could be it. These structures form entire multi-story complexes. They look like a city.
Are you saying that...
No. There's no point in jumping to conclusions yet. Left or right? Dr. Gorsky set up the flags.
So, he kept going, despite the lack of communication with the rest.
You'd have to see it with your own eyes, sir. This place. Gorsky may have lost himself in his discovery.
Are you joking, Doctor? Lost himself, Gorsky. He may not have respect for the unknown, but he has his feet firmly on the ground.
I think he must have discovered something. And since he suffers from excessive ambition, he's capable of stupid acts in the name of a breakthrough.
Well, I admit, that sounds more like him. You must trace his steps, Doctor.
I'm working on it. Are you receiving a signal?
What signal?
From Dr. Gorsky.
No, none. Why are you asking?
He tried to open up a connection, set up a transmitter.
There's nothing on the comms, but I'll check the record history. Please give me a moment. Have you chosen where to go?
I'm still wondering.
There's no time to hesitate, Doctor. We need to take decisive action.
All right, I'll try to walk this kind of bridge. Huh?
That's all Gorsky has left of oxygen, at best.
And at worst?
He's just finishing it up. Though it all depends on his activity.
If I remember correctly, the atmosphere here is breathable.
Basically, yes. Dr. Crowther, however, warned that the methane content...
I know. But the effects won't be immediate. That gives us a few extra hours. These constructions don't have a clear division into functions. They're huge, complicated, and uniform at the same time.
Do you have any idea where all this could have come from? I'm aware without tests you can't do much. But let's say on first inspection.
If metamorphism and other natural factors are to be excluded, there is only one conclusion. Someone or something must have put them here.
But who? The Alliance? Because you don't need to say...
Oh, I do. I suspect the surface of Regis 3 was once inhabited. It's a bit like Pando.
What? I have no idea what you're talking about, Doctor.
A colony of populous tremoloids. American aspen. The new trees grow not from seeds, but from root suckers of old trees. As a result, it's one giant organism, thousands of years old.
So you're in a dead metal forest?
Huh, that does sound bizarre. So maybe.
How's the terrain? Those structures, are they still everywhere?
Yep, wherever I look, there's metal.
What's going on?
Just a sec. I need to get out. Phew. The load-bearing capacity of this place is difficult to predict. The structures literally collapsed beneath me.
But you're fine?
Yeah. I just need to figure out where to put my feet. Okay. I can see a safe route on the detector. I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but the oceanic forms here are similar to those on Earth. So there should be similarities on land as well.
Similarities?
Life, Astrogator. I still think there should be life on the surface of Regis 3.
found something after all.
From Gorsky.
It's hard to tell. There are errors in the transmission header. I'm going to play it, so we'll find out.
Gorsky to base. I repeat, this is Gorsky. Base, come in.
No doubt. It's him. Now let's keep listening. But as soon as you report anything, Doctor, I'll stop the recording.
Bugger. No confirmation again. I report. I've made an amazing discovery. Geometric structures that... a thicket of bushy, pointed rods and slats. Mostly iron, but not only. Molybdenum, carbon, tungsten. Altogether similar to a giant integrated circuit. A million swarm of tangled cables. Not a trace of electric current, polarity, not even residual magnetism. Maybe once upon a time, centuries ago, petawatts or exawatts of power flowed this way. To compare with something, it's probably a machine. Some kind of information collective structure. Maybe it was some kind of electronic brain. It makes me think of the Lyrans. A race of extinct sentient beings. Supposedly, they knew about light astrogation before we invented the wheel. They had to save themselves from the explosion of Nova. They sent ships. The remains of those ships have been found, ashed to a chip glued together. I've seen hypothetical schematics. The structures here remind me of those. Okay, moving on. Readings.
Well, that's it. What follows is just a humming noise. Any thoughts, Doctor?
So far, it all leads to one conclusion. This is not a place for a man. Nor for any humanoids.
Then who is it for?
Maybe it's really an alien technology. Those Lyrans.
As far as I know, all information about the Lyran civilization is just guesswork. Many consider Lyrans to be just a myth, so I wouldn't take it too seriously.
Well, I think there might be something to it.
By the way, you were right, Doctor. Gorsky did lose himself in his discovery, in spite of everything.
I can see the relay up close. Looks broken. Such damage could be caused by a local meteorological phenomenon. A severe thunderstorm with litho and electrometeors.
So, the weather is to blame for all of it?
Well, I can't think of a better explanation at the moment. Whilst traversing this planet, I'm becoming more and more convinced that what I know is not the same as what exists. What can exist.
I must admit it's an interesting thought, and quite disturbing.
There are more traces, this time handprints, and a drop detector.
What? Did I hear you right?
Yes, sir, you heard correctly. I'm afraid we must be ready for any eventuality.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean we should assume the worst. I still believe you'll find him, Doctor.
I have a feeling we're in the dark. We have to find a way.
Agreed. You should move on.
That's not quite what I meant. But yeah, I probably should. Phew. When you admire a beautiful view, an hour seems like a minute. But a minute on a hot stove will seem longer than an hour.
Does we just three feel like a hot stove?
Sometimes. I found something. Again.
I'm listening.
I suspect Gorsky might have damaged his suit.
If the tear doesn't exceed 20 millimeters, the reactive polymer layers will self-seal.
That's true. Nevertheless, it looks worse and worse. I found more of his gear.
Back in the camp, you reported Merritt's abandoned things.
A backpack and a journal, yes. This scene looks disturbingly similar. Finally! I have his position.
Official?
Not yet. Gorsky, are you here? It's me, Yasna.
Still nothing.
Yeah. I found his backpack. You know what that means, sir?
Yes, he's without oxygen. We must hurry.
Oh, there he is. I see him. He's lying in a sinkhole. Doctor, answer me, please. Almost there. him! He's not moving. Gorsky! Gorsky! Look at me! His eyes are closed.
Is he breathing?
He's alive, but barely.
Did he react in any way?
No reaction. He seems unconscious. Gorsky! Come on!
Calm down, Doctor. Get him out of there. The probe's already looking for a landing site.
Okay. Let me just... I'm putting him out. Done. He's out. I activated his SOS. You should pick up a transmission with his parameters, sir. Well?
No, nothing. The transmitter in the suit must be too weak.
Should I retrieve his booster from the backpack?
No point. Better to set up a relay. We have to do it anyway so that Hopper can land in this maze. Have a preliminary scan of your surroundings. There's an open area nearby. You have to move Gorsky there. The probe will guide you.
But he's not stable. I must share my oxygen with him, Astrogator.
You need a spare for that. The protocol doesn't provide for connecting two suits at the same time.
In that case, I'll give him my tank.
Negative. I went around this. If you faint, the doctor won't carry you.
The membrane looks intact.
What did you say? I didn't hear.
Hold on, Gorsky.
I still can't hear you, Doctor. Please repeat.
Don't be angry, sir. But
But what? Please go ahead.
after careful consideration, I gave Gorsky my tank. We still don't know when you'll send the lander, so I can't leave him without oxygen.
Doctor, I explicitly told you not to. Never mind. Let's hope Arnie can finish the job if you're both unconscious. Are you out in the open already?
Sort of. Yes.
Once you set up the transmitter, I should start receiving Gorsky's signal. There it is. Pulse, heart rate, saturation, almost within the range. Now, mark the place for the lander, and we're home, Doctor.
I'm on it.
What was that?
I don't know. Everything is shaking. No! No!